The tug of war between KMPDU and the government tightens as doctors leave a meeting with the Ministry of Labor. We take a look at international affairs. Vladimir Putin has been re-elected as the Russian president for the 5th time in a row. Welcome. Now, President William Ruto on Tuesday morning approved and signed the Affordable Housing Bill at the Nairobi State House. The event, originally scheduled for Monday morning at 8 a.m., was postponed to Tuesday. This comes after the Parliament passed a law establishing a legal framework for affordable housing. The court had earlier nullified the tax in January, but the Kenyan government swiftly intervened by reinstating it through legislation, now providing a legal framework for employees and employers to make deductions of 1.5% of the salaries each month.
Creates a board for purposes of administering the affordable housing programs. That board, Your Excellency, is mandated to undertake certain things in law. The bill also establishes 4 components of affordable housing, including the social housing unit, which is for persons who are earning less than 20,000 per month. The middle class, which is for persons who are earning between above 49,000. And the general affordable housing for persons who are earning between 20,000 and 149,000, Your Excellency.
Excellency, we have 45,525 units under construction, Your Excellency, under your leadership. We have already advertised for contracting purposes and tendering 48,988 units, which we should be taking off by way of signing the contracts in the next 1 month.
Categories karibu 3 ya ujenzi wa kuna social houses ambaye mortgage yake itakuwa
3,200
na mortgage 3%. Mortgage yake ni 3%, na tunatumia hii fund kusubsidize ndio mortgage yako ikuje 3%. Tutakuwa na mortgage ya 6% kwa wale watu wa affordable housing na mortgage ya 9% kwa wale watu wa market rate. Saa hii mortgage katika taifa letu la Kenya iko 18-20%, lakini through this program, kupitia kwa mpango huu, ndio tutaweza to create more home owners by making it realistic and possible kwa watu kama wewe Meshak kupata uwezo wa kulipa shilingi 3,000, na ni kwa sababu tumeondoa mambo mengi kwa program ya affordable housing.
Now, residents of Kipev ward in the Changamwe constituency, Mombasa County, have called on the County Assembly of Mombasa to expedite the passage of 3 bills that are currently in the public opinion collection stage. Speaking at a public opinion gathering event, the residents expressed satisfaction with the bills, urging for the allocation of 5 villages contrary to the 2 proposed in the bill. Now, they also thanked the County Assembly for introducing the Village Administration Bill, which will see neighborhood elders paid once the bill becomes law.
Utekelezaji wa katiba, maana haya katiba. Sasa ni katiba tunaizingatia,
so utakuwa mnapewa hiyo peka. Hili jengo linaelekewa milioni 5, lakini milioni 5 haitoshi. Ili wewe wote komiti inaweza ongeza milioni 2 kwa sasa ili jengo liendelee. Hiyo orodha lazima hiyo imewekwa vizuri.
Maana sisi sio wageni na kazi.
Part 8, miscellaneous provision.
Sasa hii itatupatia morali kwa huduma kwa wananchi.
Hapo pombe ni 18.
Kulingana na mambo ya ardhi, tunaona kuna wale watu ambao wamesemekana ni wa chini kabisa. Tunaona kuna manufaa
in accordance with county regulations for the child-based in force.
All public service vehicles and commercial large goods vehicle will undergo mandatory retesting. The step is initially suspended following outcry from the sector will now be implemented. Transport Minister Kipchumba Murkomen also announced the return of the National Transport and Safety Authority in enforcing traffic regulations on Kenyan roads. The same minister also proposed that as for the school buses, there shall be the arms that will be introduced, which is in line or is also happening in the United States of America, as well as have CCTV cameras installed in every school bus.
Law enforcement measures against traffic offenses, against drunk driving, against unroadworthy vehicles, and also we will be very, very firm with all road users so that we all observe traffic rules and save the number of our people that we are losing every day from road traffic accidents. All the peddlers of drugs, distributors and sellers of illicit alcohol and psychotropic substances without mercy. We are not going to backpedal. We are not going to look on the right or on the left. We will look ahead and continue with a ruthless law enforcement program to rid Kenya of narcotic drugs, illicit alcohol, and psychotropic substances.
11 students from Kenyatta University tragically lost their lives, with 46 others sustaining injuries following a road accident in Maungu area, Voi, last night. Now, plans to transport the bodies of the students to the university's referral hospital are currently underway. The accident occurred when a university bus collided with the lorry on the Nairobi-Mombasa highway at Maungu. The injured have been admitted to various hospitals in the area, with some airlifted to Nairobi for specialized treatment. The bodies of the deceased students are expected to be transferred to the morgue of the Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research Hospital on Monday.
Yes, I've seen a few, and most of them are there's accumulation of blood.
Now, also on another developing story, journalist Rita Tinina passed away due to pneumonia, as revealed by the autopsy report conducted on her body. Speaking from Umash Funeral Home, family spokesperson Timothy Njaga expressed satisfaction with the results. Njaga stated that the government pathologist, Dr. Peter Ndegwa, conducted the examination in the presence of a family physician. Rita Tinina was found dead in her house last Sunday. She was discovered dead in her bedroom by her house help.
She died of severe pneumonia, and we are satisfied with the results. We are closed that question. Of course, the members of the family right now are distraught, and they are still asking for space. They're still asking for a little bit of privacy.
Indeed, may her soul, together with the soul of the 11 students, rest in peace. Now, a meeting between the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union and representatives of the central government at the Ministry of Labor offices ended prematurely today after doctors' leaders complained about the failure to implement specific agreements outlined in the 2017 employment contract. Additionally, KMPDU announced that the health workers' strike will continue until their demands are met.
The Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Public Service, the COG, the Council of Governors and the counties and SRC have all sent lawyers in the meeting. Yes. Somebody may think we're actually in the court, because all lawyers are presented, none of them is a decision maker on any issue. So we are saying that government is happy when the strike is ongoing, because we've joined them on strike. And we are saying our strike is continuously on. We want them to send to us people in the meeting who can make the decision. While we are in this meeting, we've also learned with dismay that the Ministry of Health, the CS Health, wrote to SRC on 11th of March 2024 to reduce the salary of doctors, and particularly here by medical doctors, medical interns, by 91%. And SRC responded 2 days later with a letter actually reducing the salaries. So we are saying that the Ministry of Health and the government in entirety are enjoying this particular strike. We can't allow the strike, the strike that we went through for 100 days, where we negotiated and have a collective bargaining agreement that has been deposited as a court order, being trapped. The government must follow the strike because at the best of their continuing the system being backwards. The execution is appointed for the International Reward of the State Bank about the suggestions by the two governments to expedite negotiations and address the problems of the workers. Because to me that doesn't leaders, they will ensure the issue is discussed in areas to prevent future strikes. The right of the citizen is not only must be the labor, not to the ongoing position in their capital, I think a shortage of resources.
And you fail to pay for 1 whole year, and you expect pregnant mothers to go to the hospital to get services, and everything remains to be normal. I think our government should come back to their senses and consider this as urgent as possible so that the facilities are able to get their funds. Hakuna vile utanunua madawa na mwaka mmoja, na hili nilisema wakati tukilaunch hii program kwamba mtoto alizaliwa 2 years ago, 1 year ago, sasa anaendelea miaka 2, na pesa ambayo hospitali alipozaliwa ilifaa kuwa imelipwa haijalipwa mpaka sasa. So this issue of having politics in health and the many bureaucracies and the corruption in the NHIF and the Ministry of Health must come to an end.
Because we are also really strained to take care of all these mothers without resources not being paid like for a year. It's a big burden for us. We are having to go through very expensive credit to support this program. Yeah, so my wish is that the government comes to our rescue. We're in very bad situation. Actually, even our Association of Hospitals are calling for strike. And I will not wish to be part of that because we are serving this community. We are a community facility.
Being the International Day of Social Workers, they operate in community society organizations and community organizations. So we can only be found out to do in to action program in October at the side for community workers understand the country development perspective and use this to drive development in communities.
And to ensure that social workers adopt new innovative ways on how they are going to work with the communities in different aspects or areas they are specialized in. This day, it is observed all over the world, and as you can see today, my fellow social workers here have joined us so that to ensure that our voice as social workers is heard all over.
I'm just trying to urge our MPs, when this social workers bill comes to Parliament, please read it through because we want the social workers to be known all over the world. And for Kenya, this body of ours, Kenya National Association of Social Workers, I think the government has forgotten about us, and we have many youth who have gone through the education system and they are seeking jobs.
Social workers are agents for change, and I can allude to this because at average all civil societies in this county, each one has a social worker, and you'll realize that social workers are the people that will have their hands on, they understand all the perspective of development circle. Just like any other cause, It has professional codes of ethics, and we work within those ethics because our community is very sensitive. If you don't have the ethics, then you will find that you cannot get into mobilizing the community and gearing it toward the agenda that you want.
Social worker ni watu wale wanafanya kazi nyingi sana katika community, kwa sababu hao ndio wana connect community to resources, na hao ndio wanafanya community inakuwa enlightened, na nataka hiyo social work iendelee in the whole country and especially kwa grassroots where watu wanapata ujumbe ama information kama wamechelewa.
Run e-pharmacy. Barua iko wapi? Hii ni ya mtu ambaye nimeshika. Niwe munene wa ndawa.
Ni Masinga town, Masinga sub county. Nimeongoza timu ya public health, timu ya sub county admin, na tumeweza kukagua mahospitali na clinics zile ziko hapa na maduka ya madawa, na tumeshuhudia ya kwamba na mahoteli na butcheries. Tumeshuhudia kwamba kuna watu ambao wangali wanahudumu kwa mahoteli na wajadungwa sindano na wajapewa leseni ya kiafya. Kwa hivyo wale ambao tumepata kwa mahoteli bila leseni, tumeweza tu kuwachukua wote, watu karibu 12, tukapeleka kwa hospitali ili waweze kupewa dawa na kupimwa, kuhakikisha kwamba wako katika afya nzuri, na wataruhusiwa tu kurudi kwa mahoteli zao wakipatikana kwamba wako wazima wa afya. Lakini kuna hoteli moja nimefunga, nimepata ikiwa chafu, kwamba inaweza kuambukiza wananchi wa Masinga ugonjwa, na mwenyewe nimesema apelekwe achajiwe kwa sababu ya kuoperate facility ambayo iko na uchafu. Na vile vile nimepata pharmacy moja hapa na nimeifunga kwa sababu nimepata mhudumu wa hiyo pharmacy ni mfanyikazi wetu wa county, alipewa uhamisho kutoka hapa Masikwe kwa sababu license yake ndio inafanya kwa hiyo clinic, hiyo pharmacy. Alafu yeye mwenyewe anapaswa kuwa alienda Katangi, badala ya kwenda kwa kazi alirudi kufanya kazi ya biashara. Kwa hivyo huyo nimemshika, tunampeleka mahakamani. Ninataka kuwahimiza wale watu wako na mahoteli, tafadhalini hakikisheni kwamba mmechukua barua za afya, kwa sababu afya ya wananchi, Gavana Wavinya anasema ya kwamba wananchi wahudumiwe na wale watu ambao wako na vyeti vinavyostahili, ili tuweze kukinga watu wetu kutokana na matatizo ama magonjwa ya hepatitis B na yale mengine ya typhoid.
Civil society organizations with a keen interest on public health and well-being, we come to present recommendations that we believe will not only strengthen but embolden the steps taken by government to address the alcohol problem. To cement the ongoing efforts, we recommend the following. Number one, we call for an increase in alcohol excise taxes. We recommend enhanced and increased excise taxes on alcoholic drinks and beverages on the grounds of them being unhealthy products. The increase in excise tax of alcoholic drinks is considered the most effective way of addressing the problem and ensuring that we prevent the young population or the young people from initiating alcohol use. The WHO, or World Health Organization, affirms this statement by saying, alcohol taxation and pricing policies are among the most effective and cost-effective alcohol control measures. An increase in excise taxes on alcoholic beverages is a proven measure to reduce harmful use of alcohol and provides government with revenue to offset the economic costs of harmful use of alcohol.
Look at each county now has Alcoholic Drinks Act, like Kisumu has Kisumu County Alcoholic Drinks Act, which also talks about the distance of an alcohol premises next to a school. It should be 300 meters away from the schools. But this has not been done. A lot of bars, a lot of wines and spirits have been licensed next to schools, and we have been seeing structures. Like, for example, if you see now next one school that is bringing issues and people are looking at us like highway primary schools, there have been containers already which are being
Bibi ya Deputy President analia, ile machozi unaona inatoka kwa moyo kabisa. Sababu ya nini? Ya hawa boy child. Hawa watoto wetu ni kuisha wanaisha. Na ni vibaya sana mimi kama mzazi nikiona mtu anakuja kuuziwa hizi pombe ndizo wanakunywa hapa. Hii ni kuua watoto wetu. Na ni vibaya sana kama ni mama anauzia vijana. Ni mama mwenye amezaa anajua uchungu wa mwana ndiye anakuja kuuzia watu pombe ile haramu. Si ati mimi ni biashara ya mtu napigana nayo, lakini wacha mtu asiuzie watoto wetu pombe yenye itaenda kuwamaliza.
Nataka hii pombe ishe hapa, sababu hata wale wachana anaandika hapa wanafanya aborting na walitoa mtoto na mama tukaungana hapa usiku na tukasema tupewe huyo mtoto.
The arrival of the American delegation did not comply with diplomatic customs. Indeed, it was unilaterally, through a diplomatic note, that the American government informed the Nigerian government of the arrival date and composition of its delegation, as well as meeting with the authorities of Niger, without specifying. Concerning the purpose of his visit, it is therefore out of courtesy and following our ancient traditions of welcome and hospitality that the government succeeded with the American delegation. On this substance, the exchanges between the two delegations focused primarily on the military transition underway in Niger. The cooperation between the two countries, especially in military cooperation and the fight against terrorism. Niger's political orientations and outlooks in their aspect related to the choice of partners on the diplomatic front. Military and strategic. It being understood that in the American approach, all these three issues are deeply linked. On the ongoing transition and the return as soon as possible to a constitutional and democratic order, Niger's government confirms its commitment to quickly restore constitutional life. This is a solemn commitment made in full responsibility by the President of the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Homeland. Head of State, as expressed in his address to the nation on August 19, 2023. on the selection of diplomatic, strategic and military partners. The government of Niger regrets the stance of the American delegation to deny the sovereign Nigerian people the right to choose their partners and the types of partnerships that can help them to truly fight against terrorism. Even as the United States of America, they have unilaterally decided to suspend all cooperation between our two countries.
It would simply will be disastrous for women's rights, not only in Gambia, but in the region. It would tell young girls, you know, your rights can be easily taken away. If this is passed, then what's next? We have to really be strong about it and make sure that we don't take away something that took so long to fight for. It took almost 10 years to have the first conviction. The first conviction happened last year in 2023, and that set in motion several efforts to reverse that. But instead of reversing that, we should push forward and try to get more conviction. Because, you know, this happened after 8 babies, less than 1-year-old, were taken to get female genital mutilation. And the 3 women that were convicted were only fined around $200. So instead of pushing for harsher conviction, that set in motion something to lift the ban. And that essentially would be telling young girls that their rights can be easily chipped away. Most prominent voices that we hear are men, and we need to listen to women and young girls who've been through feminine genital mutilation and have the scars to show for it. And I don't mean just physical scars, I mean mental scars. We need to listen to activists that have been through FGM and that are now advocating against FGM. People think that, you know, the health issue is debatable, that it's because it's not done properly. No matter how invasive the procedure is, it will have an impact on young girls. I think we have to be more vocal about it, and also give more platform to young women and women who went through that and that are against this.
We, on the opposite, feel like one united family. I just spoke to the patriarch, and we spoke about the fact that in a single state, which is the result of our work, but in a multi-ethnic state, in a state where there are lots of religions, irrespective of what religion people belong to, everyone feels like one single Russian family. This is extremely important. This is a very important condition for us moving forward. And our grandiose plans that we have, that I voiced in my address to the government, all of these objectives will be achieved. All of this will be achieved, and we will do everything possible for it. At the end, I would like to say what I've just formulated, this idea. Before us, there are a lot of very specific tasks. The results of the elections is just an expression of trust of people and their hope that we will do everything according to our plans. I would like to thank all of you and all citizens of Russia for this trust and this support. Thank you very much.
President William Ruto approves and signs the Affordable Housing Bill into law. The tug of war between KMPDU and the government tightens as doctors leave a meeting with the Ministry of Labor. We take a look at international affairs. Vladimir Putin has been re-elected as the Russian president for the 5th time in a row.